February 2026, 7:11 a.m. Central Time.
Um, I was trying to tempt my neighbors into a beer last night, but uh, no go. I was gonna wear this, so I thought I'd show you. Um, Let me turn this light off. It's Galentine's. Got my Amazon jewel on. But these boots are hard to walk in. They actually hurt. Um, I'm expecting some pokey to be delivered. Um, it's like always sold out. So at least one of them is um, this just in. I am not a textile factory. I would love to be flattered by weaving webs of fashion, but I'm not really sure. I'm ready to break my New Year's resolution just yet. So, especially on a superstitious day. So I am a little irritable. I did finally turn off the classical music. I took to trying to play for the plants, even though they're outside. So I turned the TV up a little yesterday. I was trying to do some like a cappella singing on the porch, which I never do. It's so loud between like the airplanes flying over and the traffic on the highway. To get it out with any confidence, I have to keep changing my projection to keep the volume like normal. So it's kind of fun. I was trying to be quiet, but it gets hard. It's funny. It's like, I don't know, it's like singing the original Taylor Swift album, and you think that, you're just cruising along. The next thing you know, you're screaming, It's like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, I couldn't get it out, and then next thing I know, I'm screaming. And those are like slow songs. But yeah, it's kind of a funny thing, because country can be sort of, soothing. But the irony of it is that if people have the affection, like if they're getting it out and they have a really low voice or a really high voice, because mostly they are like sort of exceptional because of that, you know. And so, yeah, there's not a lot in between. And I wasn't trying to put on a show. My neighbors weren't home. But anyways, yeah, it's just, I don't know what the temperature is. It was chillier before the sun came up. And like I said, I got my plants out there. But like the orchid, for example, it's in a stand. So it's not like in the ground, but they have really thick leaves. And the recommendation is to feed them ice cubes. So it kind of gives me the impression that if I make sure it doesn't get bumped into, it might be sort of therapeutic. Orchids are conventionally indoor plants because they are sort of fragile. They have these long stems. But yeah, I don't know. I just ultimately plants are outdoor things, and it's not for tough love that that it's outside. I like having it inside. Makes such a difference. But I don't know. There comes a point of reconciliation, and yeah. So I am having my coffee. I don't have anywhere to put this right now. Almost finished with this Bones brand mushroom coffee. And actually don't really tell much of a difference from the McDonald's bag that I had. Because this new coffee maker, I don't know, it doesn't have a charcoal filter like the old one, but and it's more difficult to clean because the top on a pot, I haven't figured out if it comes off, so I don't put it in the dishwasher. I have to just hand do it. I stopped buying dishwasher detergent because I can't afford it, but I just run it the water cycle if I need to. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got a backup coffee maker right now. I can't foresee, you know, how long it could be. And I'm like, oh, should I give it away? But anyways, yeah, just thinking about, you know, what it takes to get out. And I used to really think that the world was like a really big place. But facts are is that with that being true, you're not likely to have to deal with all of it. You just have to, you know, be mindful where you are, and that should be enough. So I was just thinking about, like, I take myself out on my own so much. I was actually sponsored this morning for a solo sushi trip. So we'll see if I can get that done. It's true. I got $100 and they said, take yourself to sushi. I almost think I could, but I feel like I need to like pre-plan it a couple of times before. It's tight, you know. It's like not like I'd have like, it's not like I have double to spare or anything. Getting people out to provide services, you know, post-pandemic and in a small town requires an investment. So, but I think it's really, you know, what was I saying? Well, about going out, there's places that I walk to. Honestly, I used to wear these boots to go twice as far, but I would have these like blisters, like burn blisters on my feet, like literally every time. So even though it's so much closer, stuff like that, it's like, you know, it is hard. It really is. And so if I were to want to impress someone else, I would sort of have to, you know, put my experiences sort of to the side and say like, oh, like, what would it take for my neighbor to want to go out? Well, maybe she wants a new dress or something, you know, and it's like, even though it's around the corner, it's like, yeah, no, totally. I get it. You know, and it's like, I wish I could do that. And it's like, well, what if I could? Well, I used to work at, you know, a secondhand store. I did that a couple of times. Maybe that's not enough. But imagine if just my wanting to were enough of an impression that, you know, she could. Like, that would be so fun, you know? And I don't know, the world is smaller. And so it sort of does come down to that, you know? Like, do you think that's fun? And will you do that? Anyways, it's hard to get access to some of these things, you know, because being a thrifter sort of is an all-day affair. You want to spend your time like really looking things over. Maybe you don't like the first spot you go to. You got to have a couple options in mind. You know, they're usually across town from the other. I used to do this all the time in high school, and I had a good time about it. I really did. I liked to dress like a grandma, so like I thought it was an accomplishment. But yeah, I don't know what it's like these days. It's just, you know, I'm no Mary Poppins or nothing. There is some serendipity about it, but I think, you know, if the intention is there, I don't know, it's an experience. Anyways, are the kids thrifting these days? I'm about to drop my coat. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, things go for a couple dollars, $5 or something. I've been listening to Taylor Swift, so I'm feeling nostalgic.